What's up guys, I'm back with another video. I'm going to be teaching you guys all these hygiene tips and just glow up tips in general, so you guys can go out there and feel your best and feel confident. Because if you look good, you're gonna feel confident. If you look good, you feel good. That's what everybody says, and it's true. I'm gonna show some of these methods, and if you want, you could actually follow through, do it yourself, and maybe you could consider it, or either do it right away. If you have some of these, you might as well just do it right away and see if you look better. So the first thing I want to talk about is a haircut. You have to make sure that your haircut isn't covering your eyebrow. Eyebrows are one of the most important features that's on your face. That's what really gives you your demeanor, that gives you emotion. So by covering your eyebrows, people are gonna see you a little bit differently, and that's going to reduce your attractiveness. So make sure that your hairstyle that you have doesn't cover your eyebrows. If you pay attention, all of the models who look good, or people who you look up to, or a lot of people say look good, their eyebrows are usually not covered. And that is a big part of their face. So you don't want to cover your eyebrows no matter what type of length hair you have. So you want to keep your hair trimmed even if you have longer hair. Let's say you have a wolf cut, you still want to go to the barber or the stylist or salon that you go to, and you want to make sure that all of your layers are even, you don't have dead ends, split ends. So by getting your hair maintained, you're going to have hair that's more shiny. You're gonna just look better overall. You don't want to have your hair looking like it's disheveled. You want to have your hair looking more styled than disheveled. If you're having trouble with your hair, make sure that you're conditioning and shampooing at the correct times. Some people can't shampoo every single day, right? Some people take a day off, 2 days off, and then they shampoo. Some people, between those days, they only condition. Your hair produces oils. So if you know that your hair is more dry and it looks more frizzy, maybe sometimes you should take a day off and just see how your hair is going to react to just one day. Make sure you're not going to go outside this day though, or a day you have work, or a day you have school, because now you're going to be looking and feeling uncomfortable with your hair feeling like it's dirty or messed up. So make sure that you're going to do this on Saturday, Sunday. To try all of these methods, try them on the weekends so nobody can see you, only yourself. For your skin, you should have a cleanser, a moisturizer if you need to, but you have to make sure that you get the ones that say, if you have dry face, you have to get the one that says for dry skin or normal skin. And then after that is I use a sunscreen. I use tinted sunscreen. So right here, this one, I'm not gonna say the brand I got as I'm not sponsored, but if you recognize the bottle, you recognize the bottle. Make sure that you get the correct shade. You don't want to get a shade that's way too light for you and now you look pale or you look sick. It's gonna give you a sick look. So, and you don't want to get too dark because now it looks like you're an orange and you got an overnight tan. So don't do that mistake. Get a shade that's right for you. It's gonna cover up some blemishes that you have if you have any, and the sunscreen is gonna help you age less over time, just because UV is really not good for your skin. You could get skin cancer even in the winter. So don't think that, oh, it's not the summer, I don't need to apply this. Even in the winter, the UVB rays are even stronger in the winter. So just know that. Make sure that you're gonna apply sunscreen every single day. If you know you're gonna go outside, apply it. If not, maybe you don't need it if you're not going outside. Just make sure that you still have that moisturizer and cleanser when you're at home. So if you have a lot of pimples and you don't know how to get rid of it, it might be your diet or the drinks that you're consuming. If you have too much sugar, I know some people where they can't eat chocolate at all because the next day they'll see a huge breakout. So make sure that you're experimenting with what type of foods you're eating and cut back on some and see what's really giving you that acne. So if anything, if you notice that it's something you're drinking or the sugars that you're consuming, drink more water and you're gonna notice that your face is gonna clear up way faster. So take that precaution before you start getting into something like getting on Accutane or either using a salicylic acid. If those things are not working, then go to your dermatologist and ask him what you can do. Maybe something prescribed or just a different facial regimen to go by. Remember, they are professionals, so they're gonna tell you what to do, follow what they do, and get weekly checkups or monthly checkups, however many times that the doctor says, and just make sure that you're making small progress within those times. And if anything like an adverse reaction happens, instantly call your doctor. Don't 100% trust what your search engine says. Call your doctor if you need to and ask him what that reaction is about, just so that you're making sure that you're 100% safe. You don't want to get any type of irritation on your skin or a skin disease that is irreversible. So just make sure that you're checking in with your doctor with all of these procedures, and when you're going forward, always consult with your doctors. For style, make sure that you are not using one style. I don't use one style, right? So one day I'm either dressing in a Nike Tech or something like that, or the next day I'm using a button-up shirt, so, or a polo. So make sure that your style is not really too predictable, unless you really like that style. If you like that style, have different outfits though, right? For accessories, wear a bracelet if you want to. If you feel like, damn, I'm too bare outside, sometimes you see how like I have bare hands, it kind of looks weird. I wear a whole bunch of bracelets. So this is what I wear these every single day. So these are the bracelets that I wear. All of them have different meaning, but you don't have to have a meaning in all of your bracelets. You could have either a watch on this hand, a ring on this finger, some bracelets there. Just make sure that you're not overdoing it. Don't have 5 rings on each 5 fingers. The most you could have is maybe 2 rings on per hand. Anything like 3, 4, to me, that's already getting tacky. So, and I feel like other people would also think like that. But if that's your style, that's your style. Just make sure that everything looks accordingly. Don't wear something that looks out of the ordinary or is making you look a little bit weird. If you want, you could get facial modifications if you really feel like it, or if your religion allows it, or if you feel comfortable with it. You don't have to. But I got an earring just because I felt like it would look cool. So I like my earring. I remember the days that I had both ears bare. I was thinking to myself, I kind of want something like an accessory. I don't really want to look too bland. So I got an earring and I actually like it. It's been a positive experience. So just things like that. If you want to get a piercing or whatever, just make sure that these piercings are really gonna look good on you. Don't get something and then now you regret it. It's gonna take a while to heal. So you could do things like that if you want to. So for the face, what I do is before I get into the shower, I actually use a dry brush and I scrub it against my face, right? Make sure that it's clean. You scrub it against your face. And the reason why I do that is to get rid of all the dead skin cells before getting into the shower. And then that is when I use a salicylic acid cleanser when I'm inside of the shower, and I let it sit while I have the conditioner also sitting in my hair. So I'll show you right now. I'll get it. Also not sponsored. All right, so this is the one that I use. It's by La Roche-Posay. I don't really know how to say that name, but that's the one that I have. I got the medicated gel cleanser. Is 2% salicylic acid. So it's salicylic, my bad, I said it wrong. I said salicylic, but it's salicylic acid. But I got 2%. It's not prescribed. So just make sure that whatever you want to get, use things like this first to see if your acne is going to clear up, or maybe if you have comedone pimples, or if you have clogged pores. Use these things, see if you want to use it, get it, you know. You could also use the one that has the little pebbles. I don't use the pebbles because I feel like it's a little bit too harsh on my face and it actually makes me break out more. So just experiment, like the same way I experimented with the ones with the beads. They don't work for me, so I got this one instead. It's a regular cleanser. It goes on, you go like this, you put it as foam, wait or whatever. I wait in the shower. I like doing my face care in the shower, and the reason why is because my pores are open, especially that there's steam on my face. If you want, you could take a hot shower. I take warm showers. I don't really like taking hot showers because I can make your skin break out as well. So but yeah, so, or if you don't want to do this, you could do this in the morning, maybe with a hot towel, put it on your face, make sure that it's steaming, and then after that, apply these things just so that it really gets into your pores. Make sure you're doing a circular motion when you scrub. Don't use your nails to scrub. Don't scratch your face because that's going to make a wound, and then that wound could get infected. You could use a dry brush or a wet brush to actually apply these to your face, but make sure that you're not scrubbing your face too hard, because now you're going to get red patches and your whole face is going to look a little bit irritated, and then you're going to have to wait for that to heal, and that's going to make you look worse. You need to look better. You know, these are tips to actually glow up. The next one I'm going to be talking about is fitness, right? Your body health. So you want to go to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week just to start. You don't have to go 7 times a week yet. If you want to and you really get into bodybuilding or really get into fitness, then you can do 7, but make sure that you're getting your proper rest in between all of these and have a proper split. Don't go in 7 days a week and you're hitting only chest 7 days a week with no rest. All right, that's not going to get you any type of progress. For fitness, I would say 2 to 3 days a week. If you want to get skinnier, you're gonna have to do a lot of cardio. I would recommend doing your workout first, then your cardio second, just so that you don't pre-exhaust yourself and then you do less on your bench, or you do less when you're doing back and biceps or something like that. Whatever your split is, do your workout first and then your cardio, right? You can do PPL, which is push pull legs, or you could do, I do push legs pull, and the reason why is because I want my upper body and my lower body to be completely healed before I hit them. So take that into consideration. Maybe you want to do push legs pull instead of push pull legs, or you could do your whole entire body, as in different training. So if you want, you could go out, you could play soccer. That's a full body experience. Your legs are really taking most of the toll, but you're gonna feel that in your back. You need back muscles. That's gonna help your core if you wanna do sprints, if you wanna lose weight like that. So whatever workout you wanna do it 2 to 3 times a week whenever you're open. It doesn't have to be for long either, an hour. It could be for an hour and a half. That's the most. So think about all the times that you're on your phone, or think about the times that you're watching a YouTube video. You know, sometimes if you have a gym close, or if you have a gym in your building, if you're privileged like that, if you have that privilege, just go down, do an hour 30 minutes just to see how it is, and your face is gonna look better, your body's gonna look better, you're gonna overall feel better, because that's your whole entire body getting better health. Fitness is 100% the main role, even before these, because fitness could fix your face, that could fix your acne, the way that you eat. All of these things could be fixed naturally before you start using a product like this gel cleanser that I have, or using a product like a moisturizer or a cream in the morning. So you could do these things naturally just by diet and fitness before actually trying some of these products out. So just keep that in mind. And if you want, you can actually use both at the same time, which is what I do. And I feel like I have looked better. My acne has lessened over the time. So using these tricks has helped me directly as well. If you're 15 to 18, I would really make sure that I'm prioritizing health and prioritizing my body. And the reason why is because as you get older, things are going to be a little bit harder. When you're 15, you have less responsibilities than when you're 18. When you're 18, you have less responsibilities than when you're 23 or 25. So your responsibilities are going to go up. Make sure that you're utilizing your young days, your young age, as a way to promote health within yourself, and make sure that everything is going to go on the right track. If you were 18 and you were in good health, at least if there's some time in your life, a year or 2 years, where your body can't, you don't really have time to work out, at least you have something to go back, because you have that base. You were skinny before, you were fit before. So when you get back into the gym, you already know what to do. You're experienced. So for your eyebrows, make sure that you're doing your eyebrows. Make sure you don't have a unibrow. If you want to do, like I said, some modifications, I have the eyebrow slit. You don't have to do that, but I take care of my eyebrows. I do them once a week. I do them with the razor blade that you just push down. Make sure you're doing the top and bottom. If you have thick eyebrows, if you have thinner eyebrows, then you could use something like an eyebrow pencil to shape your eyebrow first with the razor blade, and then you could come in with the eyebrow pencil and actually fill in your eyebrows so that you have a darker look, more masculine look. Nobody really wants the sheer eyebrows or the see-through eyebrows, you know. So by having thicker eyebrows, you're gonna look better. It's gonna look more pronounced. So do your eyebrows. Make sure that they're in a shape that are not too thin. If you have your eyebrows too thin, you're gonna look a little bit feminine. If you're a girl, make sure that you don't have your eyebrows too thick, so that it's not a feature that is overriding all of your other features. You want somebody to look at your face and notice all your features, and not say to themselves, damn, this dude has super thick eyebrows, or this girl has super thick eyebrows. You know, don't make sure that everything that you have is pretty neutral, and in a good way too. Neutral, not as in boring, but neutral as in you look good fully. I make sure that when I do my eyebrows, I have my eyebrows coming in at a down angle. I don't want to look like I'm always confused looking around like this. So by having my eyebrows at a slant and making sure that they're done like this, that's how I like my eyebrows. Make sure that you're grooming. If you have a beard, make sure you don't have patches on the bottom. Make sure that it's always lined up if you want facial hair. If you have a mustache, make sure that it is lined up. Don't have a mustache that's coming from all the way over here, going all the way down, looking like that one wrestler, I forgot his name. Make sure that everything's proportionate in your body. You could use the eyebrow pencil on your mustache as well, but sometimes that could look a little bit unnatural, especially if you fill it in too much. So don't overdo these things, but if you really want to, you can. Like I said, I use the tinted sunscreen. I don't overdo it. I put a little bit. Right now I don't have it on because I'm not going outside, and I just took a shower, so I don't want to have anything on my face. So for your teeth, make sure that you are using a whitening toothpaste. When you smile, you want to have white teeth, right? So the one that I use, not sponsored again, but I'm giving them a free shout out because I'm trying to help you guys. But the one that I use is this one. It's called Crest 3D White Brilliance. And the reason why I use this one is because it has little pebbles in it that when you're brushing your teeth, right, you're gonna feel that it's cleaning it's gonna be scraping the first layer of your teeth. So don't overdo this, right? You could use this 5 days a week if you want to, but make sure you're not scrubbing too hard with this toothpaste, because your enamel is gonna get messed up. You can notice that you're shaving your teeth down too much. So yeah, for teeth, just make sure that you're using one like this. This works perfectly. You're gonna see the results. If you have really yellow teeth, you're gonna see the results within a day. Seriously, within a day. I'm not saying this, you can check. I'm not sponsored, but really use this, you're gonna see a result within a day. You don't want to smile, laugh, and if you're talking to a girl or a girl talking to a guy or whoever it is, doesn't matter, whoever you're talking to, you don't want people to be looking at you and just noticing, wow, this guy's smiling, he has super yellow teeth. You know, that's not an attractive point. So to glow up, that's what you want to do, have some nice white teeth. So use that, right? For my toothbrush, I use a regular toothbrush, right? But I make sure that I have the scrubber at the back. What makes your breath smell bad isn't your teeth. It can be if you have a cavity or something like that, but that's not really the main source of bacteria. The main source of bacteria is actually your tongue. So what I do is I brush my tongue first, right? And then I brush my teeth. And the reason why is because I want to get all of that bacteria out with this tongue scraper. You don't want any type of, you seen some people with white tongues, you don't want that. So if you have a tongue scraper, use a tongue scraper. That's going to be perfect. No more white tongue. You're going to have a nice, healthy pink tongue. And then brush your teeth after so that the toothpaste really coats your tongue as well and cleans that bacteria off. So you don't want to brush your teeth first and then do your tongue and then release the bacteria right when you're finished brushing your teeth. So I do it the opposite way. I do my tongue first and then I brush my teeth. And then no more bad breath. Make sure that when you come out of the shower, you're putting on some deodorant, spray some cologne, whatever cologne you want that day. Make sure that the cologne is not overpowering, too masculine or too feminine. You want to have something that's pretty much in the middle. I use Myself by Yves Saint Laurent. So that's one of my favorite ones. I use Polo Red as well because I like colognes that are more on the sweeter side, but also masculine. Make sure that you're stepping outside of your house. Make sure that you're stepping out of your apartment, always smelling good, not going into your workplace or your school or wherever you are, church if you need to, wherever you go. Make sure that you're not coming in and you're boofing it, right? Because you might look good, but man, that guy looks good or that girl looks good, but she or he, they just smell horrible. So that's not what you want. Right? A simple glow up as well is make sure that your posture is not horrible. When you come into class or wherever you're going, workplace, like I keep saying, you don't want to walk like this, hunched over and looking scared, right? That's gonna give you a negative look. That's gonna make you look like you're shy, maybe timid or scared of your surroundings, right? When you go in, come in with confidence, right? Because you need to have that confidence. Even if you maybe are not the best looking, you come in with confidence, like, okay, I'm gonna come into the class, I'm gonna sit right down. All right, I already know where my chair is. I'm not insecure. Well, what is there to be insecure about? You're sitting down. How many people sit down? All right, so don't overthink your actions as well. But just come in with a nice posture, come into your seat, be confident. Yeah, you don't have to be overly smiling. You don't have to look angry either coming in. Just come in with a regular neutral face. Make sure that you're coming with confidence. That's gonna help you go everywhere with confidence. Because now, not only you're using all of these tips, right? You can use all of these tips, all of these products that I'm showing you, or the eyebrow trimming, the hair or whatever, the teeth. But when you come in, all of that is gonna get negated by the way that you're looking scared when you come in, right? So imagine you're using all of this, then you come in confident. People are gonna look at you the next week and be like, wow, this is the guy that I didn't like, or this is the girl that I didn't like, or maybe they never noticed you before, but you're gonna be noticed now. You're like, wow, look at that guy, he's coming in with confidence. Wow, and he looks good too. You know, same thing for the girls. These girls could use these tips too. I'm not saying this only for men. So this is glow up tips for men and women. These are gender neutral tips. Whenever you're talking to somebody, make sure that you're very relaxed. If you're talking to them, talk to them in the eyes. Maintain confidence within the conversation, right? Don't look away when somebody's talking to you. You know, if you are, maybe just look away for a second or whatever. If something that distracted you, that doesn't matter. But make sure that whenever you're talking to somebody, you are actively listening to them and actively contributing to the conversation, right? Don't be a one-sided conversation, because now you're gonna seem like you don't know how to carry a conversation. So just try less to be awkward. To do this, you could actually look in the mirror. You could talk to yourself. I've done that before. I've said presentations, I've said speeches all to myself in the mirror before, a day before, however long, and I've seen that the presentation comes out way smoother because I know what I'm going to say after. So you could do that with people. There's some YouTube videos where it says conversation simulator. You could search those up. Don't stare at them hard, right? Looking at them like that, that's a little bit scary, right? So look at them in the eyes, maintain good confidence, talk to them regular, but don't come off don't come off like you're trying to do these voluntarily, right? When you practice, it's gonna come involuntary, and then you're gonna notice, wow, I seem so much better. I'm smoother, right? So you could practice. The best way to practice this is actually just going out to talk to people, right? It doesn't matter if you're antisocial. It doesn't matter if you're scared. It doesn't matter if you're shy. You're gonna have to push yourself to talk to somebody, right? Maybe push yourself and talk to somebody who is also shy. If you know somebody in the class is kind of quiet, maybe talk to them, because you know that you guys are in the same level of experience within social-wise. So talk to each other, see how that goes. Maybe you have a few interests. Then after that, just talk to somebody. If you're at a table with some people, or your friend brings other friends, talk to them, right? So you shouldn't be scared of talking or saying your mind. Always talk if you need to. So that's going to be a glow up tip as well, because it looks like you have your own opinion, you have your own mind, you have your own thoughts going on, right? Glowing up means from the mind, face, and body. That is all going to help you to glow up. So if you pay attention to all of these things, within a week, you're going to see that you look better. So glow ups aren't overnight. Some of them are going to take time. Some of them can be overnight. But just have patience with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't brush your teeth with something like this. And if you don't see results within that day, don't get frustrated. Keep using the toothpaste. Keep doing the gel face cleanser. Keep doing things like that. You're gonna see it over time, because everybody's body is different. I can't just expect somebody to use this medicated gel and boom, right off the bat, my skin I look like a god now. You can't do that. You can't think like that, all right? So even with prescribed medications, it takes time. Think about when you're sick. Are you going to take a cough drop or any type of medicine and perfectly feel fine within the few seconds? No. You're going to feel fine within that week or maybe 2 weeks to recover. So it's the same exact principle. Have patience with yourself. Don't get angry at yourself. Know that all of this is a journey to look better, all right? So don't get frustrated. You're gonna get discouraged. You're gonna be frustrated, and you don't want to have that, especially when it's with your own personal body. Don't get angry at yourself, all right? So give yourself some leeway, give yourself some slack, and just try these methods, and you're gonna look better, overall. If you notice that you have a bulbous nose, right, or you have inflammation in your nose, you have to be careful, because this is a topical steroid. But I use hydrocortisone right on the tip of my nose so that the inflammation goes down and my nose looks a little bit slimmer. You don't want to have that fat, puffy looking nose. So there's difference between having a big nose genetically having a big nose, or having a big nose because it's inflamed, because it has inflammation, or your pores are clogged, making it look bigger. So there's two differences. You want to have your nose, if you have a big nose, you want to have your nose big because it's genetics, not because my nose is inflamed. So use that. Make sure that you're doing it 2 days on, 2 days off. Wash it after 5 minutes of use, and that's it. So if you're getting ready in the morning, really quickly wash your face, put your clothing on. Maybe that takes 5 to 10 minutes. Put the hydrocortisone on your nose before doing that. Then after that, when you go to school, or when you go anywhere you want to go, if you want to go outside, wash it again, and then do it again the next day. Then 2 days off, right? So you don't want to have your nose irritated, because this is a topical steroid. So just be careful with what you're using. If you could afford it, get Invisalign. I have Invisalign. So if you can afford it, get Invisalign. Maybe your insurance could help some of it if you have insurance, but it's gonna cost around $5,000 to $6,000. So it's pretty expensive, but yeah, if you want to use Invisalign or get braces, that's definitely gonna help you. You don't want to have a huge gap in your teeth. When you smile, you want to look symmetrical. If you notice you have facial asymmetry, that could be the reason as well, because maybe your teeth are shifting in different ways. So if you get that, that's probably gonna help your facial symmetry as well. So along with sleeping on your back, I sleep on my back, but it's just healthier overall to sleep on your back, so I sleep on my back. But yeah, so try to get Invisalign. It's gonna fix your teeth. Try to get braces. It's gonna fix your teeth if you could afford it. You want your eyebrows to look good. You want your eyes to look good. You want your nose to look good. You want your teeth to look good. You want your lips to look good. So now I'm gonna teach you about your lips, right? Your lips. I use I use medicated lip balm. I use Carmex, not sponsored, but this is what I use. I put a little bit right here. This is how I'm gonna show you how much I use. That's how much I use. I go like this. I put it on my bottom lip. Boom. Just like that. Done. Especially in the winter. We're in the winter. You're gonna see that your lips are chapped. The cold. I don't know if you guys have felt that before. That cold wind comes over and chaps your lips up, and it feels like your lips are cracking and breaking. Right. Put this on before going outside. You're not gonna have that problem. So lip balm definitely gonna help. For my eyelashes, if you really want to and you know that your eyelashes are short, what I do is I take my finger, make sure that you're washed, your hands are washed. I take my finger and I flip my eyelashes up just so that my eyelashes look longer. I am grateful that I do have long eyelashes, but if you don't have long eyelashes, this is gonna make the appearance of longer eyelashes. You could get the little thing, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. You could get that and you could put it on your eyelashes and make it, you know, longer or fold them up. That's not feminine, that's just making yourself look better. But what I do is I just take my finger and I just flip them up when my eyelashes are wet, and then that makes the appearance of longer eyelashes. That also helps my eyelashes. If you have long eyelashes, that helps your eyelashes not always go into your eyes, because people who have long eyelashes, they could feel my pain. Eyelashes are always getting into your eyes, so by flipping them up in the morning, that's gonna stop at least 2 to 3 eyelashes that are gonna go in within the day. So yeah, since I started doing that and implementing that into my routine, flipping my eyelashes and combing my eyelashes up, I haven't gotten that eyelash problem for long as I started doing that trick. So if you don't want to use a toothpaste to whiten, you can use an actual whitening strip. You just stretch the whitening strip over, or you could have the ones where it looks like a mouth guard and you bite into it, and then one gets stuck up and one gets stuck down. You guys can use that, but I really do feel like when I was using the whitening strips, I used both. I used the toothpaste and I used the whitening strips. It worked pretty well, but the main thing that made my teeth whiter is the toothpaste, because I'm doing this twice a day, every single day. So you're gonna be more consistent. So think about, if you're doing a whitening strip, you could forget about the whitening strip, or maybe get tired of the whitening strip, or you want to go to sleep or eat something, you just don't put the whitening strip on. But brushing your teeth, you have to. So you're gonna be doing the whitening 2 times a day. So this is 100% success rate. So my final tips are: be patient with yourself with the glow up, right? Don't chase validation. Consistency is gonna help you more than motivation, right? Motivation, you might be motivated for a few days, and after that, you're bored. You're not gonna keep doing these tips. But with consistency, it doesn't matter if you're motivated or not, you're gonna look better, and better just because you're more consistent, right? The last one is always compare yourself to how you were a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, a few years ago. And if you feel like you're not making progress, look at yourself in the past. Am I really making progress or am I not? You're gonna see with these tips, you have to make progress. You're doing it actively. There's no way that you're not gonna make progress, right? So please take my tips into consideration. I've been doing these tips myself, so yeah, and I've seen a lot of improvement. I've seen my looks get better. I've seen my social life get better. I have seen my body get better. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Both women and men could use these tips. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys made it this far, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. So yeah, use these tips, yeah.